While I've only done a real-world escape room experience once in my life, at this point I feel like I've done quite a few more, having played through them virtually. It's an odd transition, moving from being in a room with a number of other people, looking around and collaborating, to trying to do it in game form, typically trying to tackle it all more on your own. I do appreciate the fact that this can certainly be played with a few people looking over your shoulder, or perhaps with others online. Though making that work well would be a challenge, and you won't likely do this without other friends buying the game as well. Being put up against 4 total rooms, you'll need to put your powers of observation, deduction, and likely a fair amount of patience to the test. I'll admit that it didn't get off to the best start, simply throwing you into the room without any basic guidance. You do get help text tied to which buttons you can use, but a little added orientation could have helped to go a long way. Another thing I've often pointed out with games like this is that it may be more wise to open things up by giving the player a small win, both to get them on board and to build a little confidence. Instead, you'll just be walking into a room full of potential puzzles to be solved, some red herrings, and a variety of items you'll be able to interact with to try to help you start divining solutions to what's all around you. Pretty quickly you'll notice one of the game's more annoying quirks, and that's the fact that you can't put items in your inventory or carefully place them somewhere. You'll just sort of drop them in midair where they'll continue to linger. Perhaps it isn't a massive deal, but it did prove to be annoying at times, with items floating around pretty randomly, but also then having the potential to somehow get lost. While there are always going to be some puzzles you'll latch onto quickly, and others you'll struggle to make headway on. In this case, much more often than not I felt like there was a need to make pretty wild leaps of faith to find solutions. Put it all together, and if you're looking for some brain-teasing challenge, it may work, but I'd argue that I have enjoyed some of the game's competitors more after further reflection. Overall, my final score for the game ended up being a 5.9. And if you're interested in picking it up, it's currently available on the Switch eShop for $12.99. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this review. And if you'd like more information or ideas of indie games worth checking out on Switch, be sure to click on the link provided in the description. Until next time.